What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music. I am also a musician myself. Today, we are going to be checking out a debut and finale for a game called Yokai Watch. This is the only request for this series in my entire backlog. Requested by Rayman001 or Rayman001. Let me know whichever is more correct. This song is called Final Battle, Are You Ready? From the YouTube channel Woodman's Music Channel, and apparently composed by Kenichiro Saigo. No idea what this is, never heard of it, don't know anything, but I was told right before this video started that yokai means like spirit, ghost, demon, something along those lines. So that's interesting. With that said, let's get into Yokai Watch. Don't know what I'm getting myself into, but let me get going. Actually, one thing before I get started. Talking to myself, don't mind me. Okay, yeah. Are you ready? Final battle. All right, let's go. Clearly the watch is like a big deal. He's like staring at it. That's me right there. Ooh. Back and forth instrument talking. Whoa. That's kind of like very Halloween-ish. Bum, bum, bum. The song is like talking to itself, you know what I mean? Like call and response. Something says something and then another ding. Yeah, there's always like a callback to something. The sound is amazing, like the production quality. The gallop. I love what the bass is doing here. Huh? If you're feeling like me whatsoever, you're just like, what just happened? That was quick. I didn't even see the length of it before I started. You know, there's always the catch-22 to doing these And well, that's it. You know, there's no more requests, so I won't get to like react to anything else. But at the same time, I'm like so happy I just discovered it, and showing it to potentially thousands of people that have never heard of this, will have never heard of it, will have never searched for it, but now can like garner some interest and look into it. And I think that's truly like the magic of this channel, besides just signal boosting these songs and having you. What I think of this channel, honestly, is people sharing stuff with me, like they were sharing it to a friend or something. There's nothing worse than sharing music to a friend and you can tell they're not interested. They're just like, yeah, cool. So there's like a sense of camaraderie when I do these. So I looked up the composer, and man, they're really not known for composing. They're known for like sound effects, which I can totally hear. But like, they don't have a lot of credits. Here's just some things that I've seen. Only 16 games worked on. Nino no Kuni, Yokai Watch, Professor Layton, Layton Mystery, White Knight Chronicles. I've done that game, actually. A lot of the same series, though. Professor Layton, Yokai Watch, and White Knight Chronicles. But most of those are sound effects, sound support, sound effects, and only like very few. I'm seeing only one game composer, and that's Yokai Watch. That's crazy. Because it makes me think, like, are they just starting in the industry? You know, like, are we witnessing? I don't know when this game came out, but it looks new based on, when was this uploaded? 2018? We could be witnessing, you know, the birth of like the next big composer. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? From what I've noticed, some composers don't just start, you know, composing. They start like in the company and work their way up. So it'd be very exciting if that was the case here. We're like seeing it before it happens, before the wings start flapping. But I only checked one site, so let me know if yeah, they're only 39 years old. Let me know what's up with the composer. But damn, dude, like that was actually pretty cool. It reminded me of like these very ambitious composers like Grant Kirkhope, and a video I just did right before this was Tim Fallon. So you can see how like today's theme, for some reason, for me at least, is like these exuberant, pushing the boundary type of composers. I definitely heard like the sound effect kind of influence there. Like that's what he's done. So he just kind of throws those like sporadic sounds in there. But that was really, really good. And I kind of want to hear what else they have under their belt, or what they imagine, like what they're 39 years old. So, you know, they've had a lot of years to have stuff in their head. Now these all just could be guesses. They could be very well established or something. I'm just saying from the one page I saw, they don't have much composition of a resume. That was cool though. That sound is not anything what I thought it was going to sound like. Then again, it's just an image, so I can't really go much off of it. But when I was informed that yokai means, you know, either ghost, demon, spirit, I was like, okay, you know, maybe it's focusing on those two, like the little ghosty figure and something, you know. But the song definitely hinted at more like a Halloween spooky thing. And yeah, it just took me by surprise. And it's the final battle, so it's like, of course it's got to be kind of a big one. But damn, like that was cool. It reminded me of like the Banjo-Kazooie stuff I've heard. And yeah, I think if anything, I don't know if I've ever been more curious about a composer. Well, I mean, I have, sure, but I don't know. Like, to sound like that, you have to be willing to take risks. You know, the company has to like. I feel like music like this, no matter what era we're in, where it's the 90s, 2000s, or now, I feel like whenever you do stuff like this, it's always an uphill battle. You know, I feel like I'm assuming, I'm not a developer. I've never been in development. I've been in QA, but that's nothing like, you know, internal. But I can't imagine that ever goes smoothly. Like, let's say they have this idea for these soundtracks, and the higher ups are just like, let's stick to what works or whatever. And it's always a gamble to kind of do stuff like this. But it is the stuff that is most iconic, and have you noticed that's like a common theme throughout life, like whether it's movies, whatever kind of media, the artistic minds that go against the grained, that go against the grain and don't do like the status quo and everything. Those are some of the most iconic things. Although sometimes they end up being niche, it still ends up being cool. I can totally hear this being like a classic, obscure classic in like 20 years. Hopefully not. Maybe it gets bigger. Maybe, who knows? Maybe this is the video that is the catalyst for their career. I'm totally just talking out of my ass, but like, you know, it'd be nice to hear more of this. Think of it this way. Yasunori Mitsuda from Chrono Trigger and everything else. You know, when I played Chrono Trigger, I looked into him, and it was like a fascinating story. And same thing, sound defect guy type of thing, and worked his way up and was given a shot, and look what happened to him. You know, like a shot was given. And I think some people can just display and prove that they have what it takes. No idea what Yokai Watch is. I have no more requests for it. So of course my curiosity goes even further, like how obscure is it? And yeah, really curious about this guy. I get so many like I feel what he's feeling, whatever that is. Okay. Final battle, Yokai Watch. Are you ready? Let me know more if you've heard of it, and if you haven't, you know, you know what's funny? I've heard some Professor Layton stuff, but that wasn't composed by him. I don't know. I gotta look up more. But anyways, that was Yokai Watch. I don't know what to say. That was really good. I enjoyed I enjoyed the production value, the sound of it, the feel of it, and the going against the normal feel of video game music. I really respect that stuff because it's the most iconic eventually. You're hearing someone that talks about Ape Escape all the time, and that's exactly what that is. So okay. Thank you to Rayman 001 and let me know about Yokai Watch. Is this an anime as well, or is it just tell me whatever you want? Okay, thank you to all my Patreon members, Platinum members. I couldn't be here without them, or you. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse. Take it easy.